Mentor Food. As you all know, I'm on a healing journey. I am healing from narcissistic abuse. I'm sure many of you are as well, or you wouldn't be watching my channel. But if you dealt with narcissists, you know how narcissists are. They're very controlling people, very controlling, very manipulative, very just they come to destroy your life. They come to sabotage your life in many ways. They do that, they may give you wrong advice, wrong information. They may deceive you into thinking that they're your friend when they really aren't your friend. um, they will find out who your friends are, and they'll start telling them lies in regards to you. Or if you're dating someone, they'll tell that person that you are whatever. They'll just lie. It's just what they do. Um, and so being in those type of environments, it's really hard for you to develop as a person that you're supposed to develop as, simply because it's like you're in this dark place. You're in a cell, or you're just locked up. You're in a cage, because the only person you're going to go talk to is the narcissist. And the narcissist is going to constantly and consistently tell you lies that sound good to you, lies that you're going to believe, because whatever you're going through, the narcissist is going to feed you a lie based on that, and then it's going to sound good, and you're just going to keep dealing with this narcissist. Well, after you find out that you've been with a narcissist, everything inside of you that you built up, or everything inside of you for you to be your own person, now you're going to take it out in a defiant way. You're going to be very disobedient. You're going to be resistant. You're not going to want to listen to another person anymore. You're not going to want to take someone else's advice. So you're just going to be like very I'm going to do it my way type of person. And I noticed that about me. It's like when you have so long kind of like giving yourself to people, or you've like taken advice from people that you thought were really your friend, or really there for you, and then you find out that they weren't there for you, then you see that you're very defiant. You're very determined to do things your way, and sometimes that's good, and sometimes that's not good. For me, I find that in a working environment, it's not good, because in certain working environments, there's certain rules in which one has to follow by. And if you're not following by those rules or doing what you need to be doing, then that's a defiant behavior. It's a very disobedient behavior. It's a very it can be like an unruly behavior, And so I'm noticing that about me. It's like I'm gonna cooperate with you, but I'm just gonna cooperate to the point of just doing so much what you want, but then the rest I'm gonna just do it my way. And I think God has been telling me, that you cannot just do what you want to do all the time. You can't. But us being a victim from this abuse, you're acting out like a child, because you want to be heard, you want to be seen, you want to be noticed in regards to, I can make my own decisions. I don't need to listen to somebody else. I don't need to listen to this supervisor, listen to this boss. Or I don't need to. I'm just gonna be my own person. But defiance is really not a good way to be. But I noticed that for me, as a target, or as a victim of this abuse, this is how I am this is how I'm seeing myself. And it is so ugly, and I don't like it, And so I can remember when I was working this one job, and this supervisor said to me, she said, "Tracy, why are you being so defiant?" And I'm like, oh, what are you talking about? And I'm just this huffing and puffing type of person. But that was the real turning point for me to start looking at myself in a different way. Am I being unruly? Am I acting childlike? Am I, you know, not wanting to follow the rules? Am I being disobedient? Am I not wanting to, do what I know is right to do? And I only thing I can get from this is like, when you are a target of the narcissist, um, you're fighting to be yourself. You're fighting to define who you are. You're fighting to get your ground, your foundation in who you are. And if you don't have that, you're going to be defiant. And so I noticed that about me. I don't know if any of you have noticed that about you, or that type of behavior, because we, as empaths, we want to find our footing. We want to be, all that we can be. We want to be somebody. And when the narcissist gets a hold to us, they take our somebody away. They take it away because we're so nice, we're so kind, we're so giving, we're so loving. They take away that from us. And so now we don't know who we are. And so when we start coming out of this, or when we start waking up, we're like, okay, I got to find out who I am. Who am I? And so sometimes that can come out in being very unruly, or being disobedient, or defiant. So that I just had to do this video on this, because I don't know if any of you have, are struggling with that. But I know I am. And so what God is telling me is that it's defiant behavior is just a lot of pride. It's arrogance, and it's like your ego in certain ways wants to take over, and it wants to define who you really are, when you're really not that way. We can think that we're a certain way for so long because we've been operating in that manner for so long. So we think, oh, this is me, and in reality, it really isn't you. So we have to take off that person that we think we were, or we thought we were, and we have to start really seeing who we really are, and operating in that person, and instead of the defiant, unruly, disobedient one that just want to get away with doing things their way. It's not about you doing things your way all the time. It's about you growing up, being mature, and knowing that right is right and wrong is wrong. And it's wrong to not listen when you should be listening, and and that's the right thing to do, And so that's what I'm starting to see. It's like, Tracy, you have to do the right thing, whether you want to or not, or whether it feels like it or it feels good or whatever is happening, you have to do the right thing. And so I'm struggling with that, because that old self of who somewhat the narcissist created wants to, come out and be, this defiant person, because it's like, you suppressed me for so long, and now I'm just gonna come out and be who I was supposed to be, and I'm gonna do it in this disobedient, defiant behavior. But we don't. We can be all that we're supposed to be in a humble, behavior, and ready to learn and really get the lessons that we need to get in order to grow up, and in order to be all that God has called us to be. Because, we have great things going on inside of us. We are great human beings, and if we weren't, the narcissist wouldn't have targeted us so much if we didn't have great things. So then we just got to delve into those things, that God guide us into who we really are, and we have to rest in that. And we don't have to rear up, thinking, oh, I have to be unruly. I have to be, somebody else that I'm not. So I hope this video has helped somebody. I hope, it helps you to look at yourself, you know, in a different light, and to really honestly start looking at yourself, because we have to honestly start looking at ourselves, because there's great things for us. God has good things for us. So if he brought us to this well of healing, let's get the lessons. Let's let the narcissist go, and let's let God start building us into the woman or the man that he has called us to be a long time ago. And we can do it, right? I know we can. So thank you guys. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Stay on your healing journey. You are champions. You are worthy. You are somebody. And you are already enough. You already got everything you need inside of you. So thank you all so much. God bless you and be blessed.